Hey everybody, it's Vanessa here and welcome to my Dyslexic Life. Today I wanted to talk about being friends with a dyslexic. And there are some highs and lows, I think, to being friends with a dyslexic. And I think, once again, as dyslexic adults, we kind of fall into one of two categories. Usually, this isn't always the way, but usually we tend to fall into the category where we really get on with people quite easily. So I think one of the things about being dyslexic is we can make connections with someone really quickly. When you just kind of meet people who are on the same wavelength as you. And I think because of the way that we process information and we process the world, we don't necessarily see that linear friendship that has to happen. So when you meet someone and you connect with them, you can actually form bonds really quickly. You just get that sense that you're really going to get on with someone. And that is one of the sides that I love about my dyslexia. I really love that I can make connections. I've met so many people over the years and in different countries. And yeah, sometimes you just feel like you've got that real connection. And I think dyslexics can be very open like that. And that is one of the things that we do. We read the signals of people. And, yes, everybody knows about body language, but I just think dyslexics are so used to using our extended perception and to just being aware of so much more about what's going on in the environment. And that also includes people. So we tend to read people quite well. There's lots and lots of dyslexics that are great, have great people skills. So I think that's a fantastic side to being dyslexic. I think the trouble comes in, though, where we don't necessarily see all of the expectations or the steps sometimes that need to happen in a friendship. So, and, as you know, I talk a lot about how dyslexia and ADHD are so interrelated that sometimes I don't think you can separate them. So this trait would also fall into those with ADHD. So we make these really quick connections and they can become really intense quite quickly. We have these amazing friendships. But I think with dyslexic friendships, what can be tricky is out of sight, out of mind. So because we can have conversations with our friend in our head, because we can imagine doing stuff with them, because we can then get distracted by something that is right in front of us, whether that be work or a social situation or a sport or whatever that might be, we kind of forget that the linear process of friendship is about that consistency, and it's about regular contact, and it's about letting that other person know that we are still there for them, even if we haven't contacted them. So I think, this is something that I have struggled with in my friendships, because I'm such an open and giving person, right? And, and I love that about myself, and I think that's a good quality in a friend. But what I'm not good at is that regular check-ins. Like, I've got one of my best friends who I've known for one of the longest times, lives on the other side of the world from me, and she knows I am terrible at keeping in touch. This friend is amazing. She sends me a birthday card. She sends my kids a birthday card. No matter where we move in the world, she sends the birthday cards really regularly, And I am terrible. I will not speak to her for 6 or 8 months, and I'll pick up the phone and talk to her, And I've had to say to her, it's not a reflection on what I think or feel about you or our friendship. It is just the way my mind is. I don't need to have that regular communication for our friendship to stay strong. But I think the thing is, it's about the expectation around that, isn't it? And it's about recognizing that other people need different things. And I do think that this can be a struggle for dyslexics. And I know in my own life, I've definitely had this, I've had really good close friendships, and then obviously I haven't done the expected kind of communication, or I haven't kept up the expected friendship or something like that. And, then I've accidentally hurt the other person. So I guess I just wanted to say it's so interesting, because on the one hand, we connect with people so easily and we make friends so quickly. But on the other hand, the other side of that coin is it can be hard for us to keep up that consistency. And it can be hard for us to just realize that when we get lost in our own head, we're potentially not communicating as much as we should be with those people around us. So I don't know if you guys can relate to this. It's definitely, like I said, it's definitely caused a few ups and downs in my life. And before I realized how much my dyslexia was affecting me, this is something that I used to think was wrong with me, like I'm a bad person. And, that really affected my confidence. Now I don't think that as much. I know why I do that. And it's still one of my dyslexic traits that I'm still trying really hard to work on. So, I just wanted to talk about what it's like having a dyslexic as a friend. Hope you guys are all doing well wherever you are in the world, and I will speak to you later. Bye.